Okay, we're at the Reptile Super Show here at the Pomona Fairplex today. We wanted to take you along with us and show you around, give you a little bit of a guide for next time they're in town. Let's see if we can avoid spending any money today, but I'm not very hopeful. I think these guys have something else in mind, and every time we go to one of these shows, we end up spending some stuff. But stick around, at the end I'm going to give you a few really good tips so you can have a better experience when you come to the Super Show. Alright, let's head inside and see what we can get up to. So to start, the Reptile Super Show is located at the Los Angeles County Fairgrounds in Pomona. To get there, you take the I-10 exit at Fairplex Drive and follow the road and signs down to the fairgrounds. It can be a little confusing on where the parking entrance is. We actually missed it our first time out here. But if you follow the signs, it's pretty much a straight shot down into the parking lots. Parking costs $15 and can be paid with cash or credit. Sometimes there's multiple events going on, and they will direct you to where to park. Parking is located about halfway down towards the exhibit halls to the right. From there, it's a short walk the rest of the way. Though if you don't feel like walking, there is an alternative, and they do have a tram system that has multiple stops and will drop you off right by the exhibit halls. They do have tickets available for purchase at the event, but it's easier to get them online. We got ours the same morning. Upon entering the show, you are faced with many booths. There's so much to see. The exhibit hall is really quite big, so definitely take the time to walk around and look at everything. No, Madison, you can't have it, okay? There are a lot of different things at the Reptile Show. It's not just reptiles. There's arts and crafts, there's jewelry, there's crystals, stuffed animals and toys, all kinds of fun things to look at. There's a little something for everyone. Of course, the main focus is on reptiles. The majority of what you're going to see at each booth is going to be reptiles that are for sale. They're going to be in deli cups under netting or inside of lock boxes. Usually the prices are listed on each one. At some booths, however, you're going to find some animals that are on display. These are out there for you to interact with and take pictures and really just create some interest. Oh, look at that. Iguanas?
Albino?
Of course, then there is the people that bring their larger reptiles out to show them off. Feel free to stop and take pictures and check these ones out, because they're pretty neat. And don't be surprised when you find a giant water monitor walking by you on the show floor.
That is a perfect shape for me.
Right. What if they have it in her size? Well, I have lost the kids now, so it's really easy when you're at the show to just stop and look at something, and then the rest of your party runs away in the other direction. So it's good to have communication if you have phones on and stuff. Oh, there she is. Seen a little ASMR on those tortoises chewing on the lettuce. That would be perfect. I've always wanted to get one for doing photography of the reptiles. They have these ones over here that are set up. So these ones come on stands, but I'm pretty handy, so I could probably make my own stand. But yeah, I thought, you know, it would be great to take like gecko pictures, snake pictures, all that kind of stuff. Nice clean backdrop, you know. Kissing cockroaches.
That one dead. Very good costume. They were really like it. I'm thinking about it. I love those snakes. That's like the most that Can I get him? This is the only thing I've actually seen that I really wanted. How much? Okay.
You doing it or not?
I'm thinking about it.
Well, we've already failed at this not spending any money thing. One down. Let's see how the rest of the show goes.
They said that all the kids are attracted to them. Yes, for numbers. Dad, can I have $500?
No.
Way to kill the fun. That snake looks like a monkey.
Well, you don't grow on trees unless you're a fruit farmer.
I still don't grow on trees.
Yeah, that's right. I got dad jokes. Anytime I come places, I got the dad jokes.
Not good ones.
Not good ones.
I bought a tiny corn snake because it was $50. Oh,
Take a hike. Take a drive down the highway. Not the same place. What do you think?
He's so soft.
So these are like some of the stuff that we've gotten into the show before. So it's not animal related, but it's fluffy guinea pigs. Savannah, yeah, but it's not a live animal. Savannah likes to go to this booth. So.
I make them with sheds for my snakes at my house. I've thought about it. Look at this one. I do have to color them all. So
Yeah.
that's like the harder part. Earrings too. They're pretty.
So another thing you're going to see a lot of at the show is insects. Now some of them are here to be feeders, but others are here to be exotic pets. But if you're afraid of these creepy crawlers, I suggest you avoid these booths. We did meet this couple from Millipedes and More, and they showed us some of their interesting animals. And of course, we ended up with this Asian forest scorpion.
Say hello to my little baby.
Well, I think that we failed miserably at not spending any money and buying anything, so.
I know, but very big.
Yeah.
He needs a funny name. Oh, I know.
You can what?
Come in bed. Like I can crochet.
Well, we really failed at this not spending any money today thing.
A guinea pig, earrings, a necklace, or not earrings, a ring, a necklace, and I think got like
She got a scorpion. And
100.
I should add up how much we spent.
Madison got a scorpion and a milk snake. And
So that's 100.
what else did you get?
I got a bag of
She
dirt.
got a bag of. Oh, you got a jar of dirt.
I got a jar.
I got a jar.
She's Johnny enough.
I got a
Not a jar of
jar.
cocaine, kids. We don't do that.
170. Madison spent $172 a day.
100. Okay, let me see. 150, 60, 70, 80, 90, what? 200.
You know what? We'll just put it down below here. What we spent. We have to add it up. It's a lot.
And then these are 22.
Yeah.
And then
Exactly. We spent a lot of stuff at the show, but you know, we kind of expected that because this is how it's been in the past. If anything, we went a little bit crazier this time because we found some cool jewelry and stuff. So when it comes to some helpful tips to having a more enjoyable time at the Reptile Super Show, I would say it depends on what you're after. So if you want to get the best deal possible, come on a Sunday. Sundays are generally less crowded of the days also. We have come on Sundays maybe 2 of the last 3 shows, so it's been a better experience. Oftentimes vendors are trying to get rid of their inventory, so they are more apt to make specials and stuff like that. If you are looking for the most selection though, come on Saturday in the morning. You might have to wait in a line to get in, but you will have top selection.
Well, my tip would be to look around at all of the vendors before deciding what to purchase, because some vendors could have the same exact animal and they could be more tame. They might even let you hold it. It could be a better price, or it could just be a better breeder.
That's true, yeah. You know, personalities, I think, play in a big deal. And I guess another thing you could do on top of that is before you go and buy something, check out like websites like Morph Market and see what similar things are selling for. Sometimes you're gonna be like, oh my gosh, it's 2 times more on Morph Market. Sometimes you're like, oh, it's like slightly less on Morph Market. And that'll give you a kind of a base idea of where to price these things out. Okay, so another thing that I would say, do not impulse buy, okay? That never leads to a good time. Do your research first, all right? Like, you're coming to look at these animals that are bred. These are pets. They're not a handbag that you buy at the store, right? So if you go and you just impulse buy it, all of a sudden you're like, oh, I need to get an enclosure. Oh, I need to get this reptile bark, or I need to get this soil to put in this enclosure. Oh, what does it eat? Things like that. It's a good recipe for having a pet that doesn't really work out.
If a vendor decides to throw an animal in your hand, don't be inclined to purchase it.
That's a really good point. So we went to one show one time.
Our first show.
It was our first show, and this one vendor Madison walked up to, and he just puts a snake in our hand. And then she had this emotional like thing where she just felt like she had to buy the snake. It was a good sales tactic, but you gotta be wary of that because it will happen.
Yeah. If a vendor is not offering to let people hold animals, don't just go and ask them to hold them unless you're serious about purchasing an animal from their booth.
That's true. You don't want to waste anyone's time. Like, you know, you got to realize that these breeders are talking to hundreds of different people throughout the weekend here. Also, you can easily transfer diseases and different things, different illnesses on your hands. So be respectful of the animals, be respectful of each breeder, and definitely don't impulse buy either.
Ask as many questions as you want about your animal. Most of the times they will have their hatch dates saved, what they're eating, their current weights, the last time they shed.
And if it's a good breeder, they're going to be honest with you. They're not going to just say, oh, it's great, it eats frozen thawed. Some of them are going to be like that, and if you kind of get that feeling, just walk away. Don't buy it. But it's real easy to go and buy the animal at these kind of things, and then you end up going and walking off all excited, you know, hopped up that you just bought something, and then remembering, man, I don't even remember what the place's name was that I bought that from. I don't remember any of the information about that. So hopefully a lot of these breeders that put the information on a card and hand it to you, or at least give you like a whole verbal interview about the animal before.
It's really important to know what they're eating on, because if you go and get a snake and you expect it to eat frozen food and it's not eating frozen food, you're gonna have a really tough time feeding that snake.
Yeah. You're gonna have to go out and buy live mice, and guess what happens when they don't eat that? You're stuck with a pet mice.
That eat each other.
And they're often cannibals. People don't talk about this with mice.
We had mice once.
We had 2 mice, that became 1 mice, that became 0 mice. And no snakes ever ate those mice, so.
Unfortunately. Before you actually purchase an animal, ask to check it over, make sure it's healthy, doesn't have parasites, doesn't look sick.
Yeah, you definitely don't want snake mites. That happened to us once, and it was not fun. So if you see little black specks on your snakes, yeah, that's
any moving black specks.
Any moving black specks, that's a no-go.
Go eat food after, because you'll forget to eat because you're so excited about going to the reptile show. And then you'll be leaving and you'll be hungry and weak and you can't feel your legs anymore.
I think Madison's having some issues here. All right, guys, well, you know, that's about it. We're gonna go grab some dinner. We haven't really eaten all day and everyone's hungry, so. It's usually what we do after this stuff. We go out and grab some food. All right, well, hey, if you like this video, do me a big, huge favor. Give it a big old thumbs up, comment down below, let us know what you think. And while you're at it, check out some of these videos over here. I think you're really gonna like them. It's about our other animals that we have at home, as we call the zoo. All right, guys, we'll see you on the next one. Bye.